Patterson Foundation
strengthens people, organizations, and communities by focusing on issues that address mutual aspirations,
foster wide participation, and encourage learning and sharing.
Each day, each one of us goes
beyond the blog.
Join the journey. Welcome to Beyond the Blog, a podcast series of the Patterson Foundation. Hi, I'm Alexa Carr, one of the fellows with the Patterson Foundation, and your host for today for a look into digital access for all. And to help me do that is the Director of Client Services at the Women's Resource Center, Brent Giangregorio. Brent, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here today.
Awesome. We are so excited that you're here. So here's a little bit of context for our listeners before we begin. The Women's Resource Center has so many incredible programs and resources, like employment services, mental health and wellness services, and scholarships. Among these services are the Digital Navigator services, and you, Brent, were among the first cohort of Digital Navigators. Could you please tell us a little bit more about being a Digital Navigator and why these services are so important to the women you work with?
Absolutely. I think, the first thing about being a Digital Navigator, it's just been an amazing experience. It's so rewarding to work with these clients and see the progress and the milestones that they hit during these sessions, and it really reinforces the value of the Digital Navigator program. And I think why it's so important is many of the women we work with have nowhere to turn to when it comes to help with technology. And we truly know to be successful in the era today, you need to be comfortable using technology, whether that's for your career, connecting with family and friends, helping school-age children, applying for benefits, medical appointments, and so much more, which is why this program is so important and so needed for individuals in this community.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about that. So the Patterson Foundation talks about digital access in terms of the 3 essential elements of digital access. This week, we'd love to focus on the skills and support leg of this, because it's something that the Women Resource Center does so well. Could you please share about these tech skill classes that the Women's Resource Center created and implemented?
Absolutely. We really focus on the digital literacy or computer tutoring because that's really what our clients are asking for. In fact, 80% of our clients requested Digital Navigator appointments for digital literacy support last year. And really, we offer the opportunity for them to come in, receive one-on-one computer tutoring, focusing on all the basics: internet, email, Microsoft Office, Windows, and so much more. And really, our trained digital navigator facilitators really meet the clients wherever they are in terms of their digital literacy skills. Most clients really start by taking digital literacy assessments, and we can really gauge their current skill level, and then we can focus on skills that they need improving. And most of the time, clients are scared of computers. They're scared of breaking something, but because we approach every session with care and empathy, it really creates a safe space where they can gain confidence to sort of learn all of those basic computer skills. And clients are often returning for multiple sessions to continue training, averaging 3 sessions per client. And really, we're so proud. The results have been astonishing so far, with 94% reporting they got the tools and resources they needed and have made progress towards a goal. And 98% found the program to be effective and helpful.
Wow, that's amazing. It's great that you're meeting people where they're at and that they're coming back for these skills and support training over and over and seeing the results. So that kind of leads into the next question. As we have talked at the Patterson Foundation to many nonprofits, they've shared that both internally on their teams and externally with the people they serve, there's a huge need for tech skills and support training. What advice would you have for other nonprofits that are seeking to do more work in the skills and support training areas of nonprofit?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think really the first thing I would say is to invest in the digital literacy platform like North Star, which is what we use. And it's really where learners can take assessments and take lessons on a variety of topics. And the great thing is the platform is extremely affordable, which I know is very, very important for nonprofits. And it not only helps the clients, but it really also helps digital navigators as it really provides sort of an outline and a sort of a guide and help facilitating these skills and support training sessions. And secondly, I would really recommend recruiting volunteers as tutors. We, as the Women's Resource Center, simply don't have the capacity in terms of staff to provide these sessions and services without the use of volunteers. And I imagine many other nonprofits are in the same boat. And we've had such great success in using volunteers to facilitate these one-on-one computer tutoring sessions. And volunteers don't need to be experts themselves. If they use a computer in their daily life, they are most likely qualified to teach someone else how to do the same.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you have a great volunteer base as well?
We do. So right now we have close to 200 volunteers total within our organization. I think we have probably about 6 or 7 digital navigator volunteers right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really great.
It's very cool. So what do you see as being the largest gap currently in the digital access space?
Well, I think it's this exact topic that we're talking about, and that's digital literacy. And most of our clients already have internet that we have found, but really don't have access to devices, and also are lacking the skills to use the internet and the devices and take full advantage of being connected. A lot of them have cell phones, and they use that as their primary device, but we know you can't do everything on your phone to be successful. It's so important to have a computer, and it's so important to have the skills to use that computer. So it's just so essential we work to close the gap so members of our community can realize their full potential in this technological era that we live in.
Absolutely. And again, you already hit on all 3 of the essential elements: the access, the skills and support training, and the devices. And as we know, all 3 of those are so incredibly and equally important.
Yes.
So finally, what aspirations do you have for digital access in the Suncoast region?
Again, another great question. I think there's a couple things that come to mind here. I think first, it would be more interagency connection and partnership. How do we pool and share our resources? What organizations are doing certain things well, so we're not all reinventing the wheel. For example, we know a lot of organizations don't offer the skills and support training, but we do. So are they aware that we do this so they can refer clients to us? Or another example is we get a lot of requests for classes or workshops in terms of groups, and that's not something we offer, but is there another organization that's offering that we can refer them to? So just more of that resource sharing and that partnership within organizations. And then I think, a very, very large, lofty aspiration and goal is really that, every household in our community has a computer, has internet, and really knows how to use it.
Absolutely. I think both of those things that you hit on are so essential. And of course, that last thing that you said, that everyone has the access and the resources, is the ultimate goal of digital access for all. But that collaboration is also so essential because there are so many nonprofits working in this space just in small ways. And if everyone is doing amazing work on their own, but if everyone could come together, it could be so powerful.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So Brent, is there anything we should highlight today, either about the Women's Resource Center or digital access, that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, I think one thing I'd love to highlight is the need for volunteers. So we are always in need for volunteers, especially for our Digital Navigator program. We are seeing this program grow from inception. It has grown tremendously at our organization. And as I mentioned, we rely on volunteers to facilitate these sessions. And so we are always in need of more Digital Navigator volunteers, especially bilingual volunteers so we can help service the Spanish community. And as I mentioned before, you don't have to be an expert. A lot of people think, hey, I need a background in computers. I need to be, a computer engineer. My professional life had to be centered around computers. And that's simply not true. If you use a computer in your daily life, you used one in your career, you're qualified and equipped to teach all of these basics.
Absolutely. So listeners, if you're interested in becoming a volunteer with the Women's Resource Center, I will put that link up on the video.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Anything else that we should highlight today?
Yeah, I would just love to say, if you'd like to learn more about our Digital Navigator program, learn more about volunteering, if you'd like to sign up for a session for one of our Digital Navigators, just visit our website, mywrc.org. Again, that's mywrc.org. Awesome.
Brent, thank you so much for joining me today. Listeners, to learn more and stay tuned, please visit thepattersonfoundation.org.
Thank you so much, Alexa.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Listeners, thanks for joining us beyond the blog.